But
So,
Viper, Puck, Mo. Well, what are they looking to pick here?
because I think IG are like, oh, do we ban it or do we let them take Tree? Like,
Oh dear.
because they banned Tree Visage last time, right?
Yeah.
So they're debating furiously. Yeah, they banned the Queen of Pain set. I'd be very surprised if CDEC just don't instantly pick Tree here.
Tree Phoenix. Ooh, Venge.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay.
Maybe IG then get Tree.
I don't know if did IG play Tree before? I don't think they did. I think they'll pick Disruptor +1. I'm gonna go for their opening two.
I'm gonna go.
Or Shadow Demon's pretty good actually as well.
Tree Phoenix.
Ooh. I'm gonna go Shadow Demon.
Okay.
Screw Phoenix.
Damn. Man. Well, yeah. Phoenix is he wasn't in the last game either, wasn't he?
Yeah, because I think if you pick Shadow Demon, you cover yourself from like Lunas and TBs and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good, and like Deuces potentially.
You can still pick it in the second pick.
Yeah, you can, but
there's the Mirana, so probably Mirana Shadow Demon at this point.
Yeah, you're not going to pick Venge Shadow Demon as a support duo, so they can just wait to see what gets picked here by CDEC.
Or would you?
Maybe you would. I think it also takes it away from CDEC, actually, this Mirana. Like, obviously they like it on IG, and I'm glad they're going a different direction with their draft. Like, this Nyx wasn't all... I think Nyx was actually probably one of the more impactful heroes that game. But,
Ooh. Mars. That kind of screams Phoenix a little bit. Get that Mars arena down, Phoenix, Egg at the same time. Wouldn't be too shocking.
Do they want to pick their double support opening again on IG? I'd quite like if they just picked like Ember or something here, maybe. Because I feel like, oh, maybe they just pick Morphling as well as their go-to, right? Oh, they just go the support duo.
Okay. So go to the Ogre, 7 armor, right? And, just run at him. Go with the Orb of Venom.
I don't know if I like this, though. Like, it's good against Mars in the lane as well, which is nice. And, like, we've been seeing more and more Ogre from a lot of these Chinese teams.
Yeah.
Seems to be the hero they're just comfortable with. Like, it buffs up your cores as well, helps them farm, which is nice. Helps them fight as well. And they banned Deucer.
But they've already got Venge. Like... They've already got the minus armor to deal with the early heavy armor impact from Ogre Magi. Like, are they going to... Well, they're not going to be...
the Venge won't be lined up against the Ogre, I don't think.
Yeah, unless they change that. But
yeah,
could we see maybe... Nah, I was going to say maybe 4 Mars or... 4 Mars to go Mars. Like... Yeah, you could go 5 Mars like SAG did and lost with it both times. But because I'm thinking like minus armor immediately. Like we've seen the Venge and the Sword Art together, I think twice in this event.
I was going to say, definitely don't do what SAG did this tournament.
Yeah, well,
not to be rude, but they had a rough time.
Sorry, guys, but when you finish the group stage 1 and 6, and you play Mars 5 twice, and it just doesn't do anything. Then
it did early on, to be fair.
Yeah, it did okay. I think we're just being overcritical of it in retrospect. And they banned the Phoenix, so they actually go to ban that Phoenix, take it away from the potential Mars Arena, that combination coming down, and Ursa banned by CDEC, so 1 more ban for IG.
Yeah, it's like the double Sunder thing again, though, right? Sorry, not double Sunder, double save. I thought because we saw it with TB the last game, but TB and Morph are the 2 ones in the pool at the moment for me that still stand out.
Yeah.
I'd be very surprised if IG didn't look towards heading to that Morphling, because it's something they're so comfortable with. And it works well with the Ogre as well. Like, they can play it safe lane if they wanted to. And something in the off lane with Mirana that makes sense to me. Like, this level 2 timing. I still want to see Sand King. None of these teams seem to like it, but...
Well, and it's a JT hero. Like, JT's so good with Sand King. If there's any team that's going to pick it, it would be them. So I'm a little surprised it hasn't been picked up the entire event. That's for sure. For sure. I'm still looking forward to seeing if CDEC win the series, and then one group will have won all the games in the playoffs. Love it. I'm going to keep saying it. Because I feel like that never happens.
ever.
Taking a lot of time here.
Yeah, it's a long think, isn't it?
Ends up being the PL. It's not Morphling or the TB, and they go DK. So DK's been DK's been mid, DK's been off lane. I'm pretty sure we saw DK. Was it JT, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he went for like that Midas SMY Axe build last time we saw JT play DK, which was actually pretty cool.
It was odd, but it worked. So we'll see now that obviously the ball is back in CDEC's court, what they want to do. Phoenix obviously banned. They've got a stun with one of their supports. Do we see Shadow Shaman? Would it be worth it? I know you love the support, so I kind of try to bring it up, see if it would fit in a lineup like this.
I think they might just look at going TB again.
Well,
I say again,
not again.
IG played last, but we'll see TB again. Is what I mean. Because they need to pair some hero up with the Venge, right? Like I think TB's okay. Like Luna's another one that I would think about, but I don't know how much I like it versus their lineup. Also, I'm really surprised IG banned the Phoenix because they have this Morana as well, right? Like, which is supposed to be this 1-to-1 counter. They could think about picking something. Like picking their other support here and then waiting to see what the other side laner is for IG potentially.
So after not seeing Skywrath the entire event, we've seen him twice in one day.
This is interesting. It's really good against the DK later on in the game, right? Like until he gets BKB and stuff, because this hero is like all physical armor reduction and stuff.
I honestly think they saw Vici play it and how well that combination worked. Like the spear with Mystic Flare was dirty until they started then committing the Fire Snap Cookie to get those heroes off the wall. But now you don't have that Snapfire against you, and I think it's going to be pretty effective here, especially if you can get a quick enough 6 on your Sky.
For sure. And the other thing I like is we've been seeing a lot of these dual offlanes that have a huge amount of burst damage when they hit like level 2 and stuff. And Mars Skywrath is another one. Like we've seen it, like you say, we saw it once today already. Yeah, and they just go for the Morphling on IG. I mean, what a massive surprise. I'd actually quite like to see Veno here for CDEC. And I know they like this hero. XM's played it before. It lanes really well against DK and Morphling. And they don't have anything that really deals with Veno at the moment. Like it just makes their lanes insanely strong. Weren't CDEC picking Veno even when it wasn't that good before?
Yeah, when I was suggesting it, and you were giving me a whole bunch of flack for it.
Yeah,
because they didn't feel that good. And Anti-Mage gets picked up here for CDEC. That's going to be Ame's hero. Could they throw this Skywrath mid?
No. Please don't do that.
All right.
Like
that's cool. I tried.
And I'm gonna say again, I'd still like to see the Veno. I actually think it's still really good. AM's okay. It doesn't work well with the Venge though, really. Like,
but if you're,
which is because you go first.
If you're gonna go to the Veno, are you gonna throw the Mars mid?
Oh, you put the Veno against, like you put the AM against who the Veno doesn't do well against. I think most of the time.
And then you were saying about the Venge and the Anti-Mage. Sorry to cut you off on that one.
Yeah, like this Venge Spirit, whenever it's been picked today, has been picked with something that works really well with it as a core. So we've seen like TB a lot. What else have we? Is it just TB we've seen with the Venge today? Actually, like I feel like Luna, like
we haven't
Anti-Mage
seen
isn't really the same kind of hero because you can't like output the pressure in the lane, right? That the TB does, like with meta and things.
So ban the Kunkka, ban the Lycan. Oh, who is it? No, Ember's already banned. We always talk about Lycan, who the heroes he's able to run down very easily. They'll ban the Centaur, get rid of that lockdown. So maybe they're thinking that it's not JT but Emo's the.
It could be either.
Yeah, it could be Emo Morphling. Obviously, Fly likes the Morphling, but I think the last time I said 5-5 was going to play the Morphling, it ended up being Emo instead.
I'd actually really like to see it be safe lane here, I think. Up against the Mars Sky. And then they pick a different mid hero last. I think they need some burst down. Sorry, not burst down. They need a little bit of extra lockdown here on CDEC. Like some early game engagement, like tempo. Like that works well with the Mars. If they pick, I don't want them to pick something too greedy here.
Mids that are Void Spirit's gone, Kunkka's gone,
Ember's gone,
Quap,
Quap's
Ember,
gone, Viper, Puck. Like,
you know, a lot of mids are gone, but at the end of the day, Dragon Tail, like Ogre Stun, I guess Adaptive Strike too. Could you go something like Storm?
No, it's too greedy.
Yeah.
You need something that doesn't need as much farm to come online. Maybe like Timber or something might be interesting.
Maybe they go to the Vena.
They could still go Veno as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they could put Sky mid. I don't know. I don't really like it, but yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What a call.
There we go, Mo.
I'm so happy with myself actually.
Nice. Nicely done. I'm a proud co-caster.
Dude, XM loves this hero.
So I'm thinking that this DK is still going to be JT's hero, but
but now you need somebody that lanes against the Veno, right?
Would you go Legion?
Yeah, like they need to pick a different
Beastmaster. Oh. Okay.
Oh god.
I don't know if I like that.
It's not awful.
I guess having it set in my mind that I wanted the Legion commander, then going into a Beastmaster like that, just not what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Like it gives them really good like group up potential, like with the aura and stuff as well. It doesn't give them the team fight I thought they needed. And again, I feel like Veno has a free lane no matter where he goes. And they're going to put Morphling against the Veno, which is probably the best bet. But like, I don't know how good that is. The thing is, what I like about this Veno is it's a good Spirit Vessel hero as well. So like you're playing against DK Morphling, like you have the Poison Sting on top, like you have so much damage over time coming through, and it gives them that little bit of extra team fight in the what's the ult called? Poison something Nova, I think it is.
Yeah. You got it.
And it just makes space for the AM. Like it can fight early on. I haven't seen this Morphling versus Veno matchup in quite a while. I wonder how it goes. I feel like Morphling does really well in the early levels, but, you know, like level 3, 4, Veno starts to really hurt.
Yeah, Venomous Scale can really be a pain, especially if you're going to get a rotation over, which you might. Like, Skywrath could waltz his way over, or Victoria. I think those are two heroes that are certainly capable of doing so. You throw a concussive shot out there, you get that slow, and all of a sudden, maybe Morphling feels a little bit vulnerable. So, XM, he'll be on this. I know SRF also plays Veno.
Yeah. I don't think you want to put the Mars mid, though. I think you want to give the Veno the farm priority. Like, with the... Sorry, not the farm priority, the XP priority, because of how good of a Veno game it is.
So Ame will be on the anti-mage. We've seen pretty much 14-minute Battle Furies. That'll probably be the gauge of how well the game's going for him.
And he should have a relatively okay time, I think, AM. Because he has... Oh, no, he had to Venge in the lane, actually, didn't he? Maybe... I think Beastmaster should be fine. Maybe Ame might struggle a little bit here.
Prepare for battle.
Well, up against the Beastmaster?
No, I feel like Beastmaster does really well. Because he has the Morana as well. Like, I don't think Venge AM really does anything. Like... I don't know. I think there's potential for Victoria to just die down here as well if the boards start stacking up on him with an arrow. And I feel like Mars DK is just like a trade lane. It's pretty boring. So this Veno, by the way, when you play it, if you take Poison Sting, the damage that it does... So it does 6 DPS, but effectively what it does, it gives you 6 extra damage because it instantly applies the poison straight away. So you have 53 damage to work with, but it turns into 59 because of this poison sting. So it makes your laning a little bit easier too.
Then of course Veno dealing with that HP regen reduction. So, how well will this go for Emo? Are you expecting rotations to come out like from CDEC? Because I definitely could see it from the Skywrath and the Venge in my mind, but is it worth it?
I think they have to wait for their time. Like, they can play around Arena, but I think they need to wait for this Veno to farm like a Spirit Vessel before they really start roaming around and taking fights. Like, they don't really have any spells to play off, right, apart from Arena Spear. Oh, he's actually going to Bloodlust the Morphling mid at level 1 and then TP. That's interesting. Is Emo in trouble? Jesus.
Jeez.
Yeah, and you can salve through the poison sting as well.
But already doing a big chunk there on Emo, and that you're not going to get away with that when he now has Venomous Gale. And you can look at the damage that he's already able to accomplish, and it's definitely not going to feel great. Although XM sitting at about half health, he needs to still be careful himself.
Emo's actually getting absolutely pummeled here. XM's done a really good job of just shoving the lane in. Now he doesn't have waveform to help farm under tower.
And he's got Venomous Gale in just a second if he wants to play that way. But
he's got to be a bit careful.
It's not worth. I was gonna say it's not worth it, but why not keep the harass on? I guess with creeps under the tower, especially if you can secure these denies.
Yeah, I guess so.
Now it's about getting your own CS though, with these creeps under the Dire Tower.
But now the Morphling's level 3, right? So it's the lane's a little bit easier for him. The Venom doesn't really have any kill potential anymore. It's really difficult.
So, would Veno be making moves earlier on? As Emo, again, he's taking a lot of damage, but starting to morph into that strength, like you said, it should be a little bit easier for him. He might even get first blood. He goes in on the XM, Fairy Fire, turns around, one more shot. No, gets the salve off. Just barely. Whew. That was very close.
Emo's going to play on the edge all the time now, though. Because he knows that the Venom, it's really difficult for the Venom to kill him now. But Emo doesn't have any regen at the moment, so he's having to go down to full agi and then morph back up again.
It seems like it could be an ill-advised move from Emo. He's putting that much pressure on. Here's the Venomous Gale once again. But slowly morphing into strength, and while that's happening, they get a kill up towards top. And they get the kill on an SRF. But...
Wait, how?
Without Ollie there, too.
Did Firefly just kill him by himself? I feel like that should... Surely that shouldn't happen. I don't know.
Victoria. Jeez, getting really low. An aggressive blink from Ame. Wave of Terror comes in, and all of a sudden Ame, he is...
Did it... I think the Venge... Did the Venge just salve herself by accident? I don't know. Maybe she just meant to do it on purpose, but... I don't know what the SAM's supposed to do down here. He has to just basically play with the creep wave now. Manipulate the creep wave, sorry, with pulling and aggroing and things to get any farm. Because he can't go close to get XP, sorry, to get last hits and stuff. Otherwise, I think he just tanks too much damage.
Is there a point where you leave the Mars by himself?
Haste Spawn, by the way.
You can try.
Denies it with the ward. Well, the Skywrath can't really rotate at this point. He doesn't really have enough. They can't kill Morphling with Veno Sky.
Mm-hmm. But is it worth bringing Sky towards bottom?
Probably not. I don't think the Sky wins the lane either.
Mm-hmm.
I think you just have to try and pressure as much as you can. I'd rather see the Venge go top and try and force rotations to help with the DK and stuff. Oh, the spear, top lane.
Yeah, they got the ogre. This should be at least a kill onto Ollie. And James will be the one who gets credit for it. So 1 kill there for them. And take a look over at Venomancer over mid. Has 3 into the Poison Sting. A 1-3-1 build so far. While Morphling goes the 2-0-3. But Veno... 320 movement speed. Like, how are you rotating with this hero? As Venge did again, 2nd time already.
But like this lane's, this is what I mean. Like you've picked Venge first, and then you picked a carry that just doesn't pair well with the Venge, and now they just have this lane that they can't win. Like Arme's doing okay with farm. Like he's not doing too badly, but I think he hasn't got this. Has he got Ring of Health yet? Oh, he does. Right, okay. So it's a little bit easier for him now.
Waveform forward, turns into the Venomancer, throws the Gale out, but now he focuses his attention on Ollie. This isn't actually too bad for Axum if he can get the kill there on a deny, but James tried for it, and I mean that's all he really could do in a situation like that.
Yeah, and now because the Venos had to buy so much regen as well, like he's falling so far behind. He needs to get this like vessel out as quickly as possible, but he's just getting delayed further and further. And they're losing all 3 lanes on CDEC. This is a much better performance from IG. This is what I expected from them. And they play so well with this Morphling. I don't know how it got let through. Like, I feel like this is their bread and butter, right?
Yeah, because both their cores can play it. Or both their 1-2 can play it.
Yeah. And they both play it so well. Like, it's not even like one of them plays it really well and the other's kind of like okay. James is going to come to
they're going to come go get this Beastmaster. I like the rotation as long as they don't get hit by the arrow, and they just skirt it. JT, though, pretty tanky, still survives.
Arme's going to die.
Oh
my
no,
God.
You cannot be going down like that. At least they get 1 in return, but they don't get the Beastmaster who they were originally there for.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, if Sky comes by, I don't know what he does. Like, yeah, they get the kill on the Mirana, but I don't know. They just don't have the damage.
I really thought that they were going to get the Beastmaster.
He has a Helm of Iron Will, and he's going Helm of Dom, so like he's ridiculously tanky. He's like hard to kill.
Yeah, the Helm of the Iron Will is so good.
Radiant's middle tower.
Like all this armor that comes through means Wave of Terror just doesn't have the same effectiveness as normal. And I will say Fly's just farming so well up in this top lane. Like he's just going to start pushing this tower soon again with the DK form. I say dragon form. It's like bottom of the moon. Jesus.
And XM, he's slow on this Spirit Vessel. Or at least it feels like it's going very slow. He's sitting bottom of the net worth in terms of the 3 cores on CDEC. And they're going to get Ollie at least. But
he has no blink for 5.
Ame, he's dead again.
And now the boars come through.
Yeah, JT's dominating. James under the tower, just trying to survive. When do they have an ensnare next? 3 seconds, but under the tower? Whoa, Kaka getting blown up thanks to the silence, too. They will get the kill there onto the Skywrath Mage. They lose the courier for JT.
They have the net again, if they want to go.
Is he going to commit?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It seemed to be that extra increased magic
dives,
damage.
Yeah. Okay. Is Venge dead?
that silence allowed...
top lane.
Yeah, they're going to try and go for something here up top. Mars taking a lot of damage, gets the arena, and the spear survives Emo. He's stuck in the arena. Firefly's dead. XM's here. Emo. Oh, boy. I can't believe that. How did the Mars skate that?
Yeah, when the arena goes down, they lost all the projectiles because they just start hitting the arena wall, right? So like this Morphling's in the middle, but he had to strength morph when he waveformed in to stop himself from dying to the sky silence. So like he stopped doing damage after a little while because he just didn't have any right click damage.
He's got Helm of the Dominator too.
Yeah, who does?
Mars.
Oh, Mars went for it as well.
Yeah.
Is this good? You're playing against Mirana as well. Like,
For the hunt.
you have to be super careful with how you use that creep.
Just giving up 200 gold all the time.
I feel like they need the blink on the Mars this game. But how are they going to kill the Morphling without the initiation?
And now he's going Soul Ring, Boots, Blink. That just seems too
Dire's
slow,
middle
though.
tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom
Like, Helm of
tower
Dawn's not
is
a bad
under
item in
attack.
its own right, but James is owning, by the way. He's 5-1 and 2,
Radiant structures
and he's
are
going for this
fortified.
Atos. Like, he's actually pretty close.
Yeah, he's been involved in every single kill. You look at his net worth, he's keeping up with the Mars, and you know, like you said, he's almost got the Rod of Atos. He's
Radiant's
just
bottom tower is under attack.
750 gold away.
For me.
Like, look at his net worth in comparison to the
Radiant's bottom
Marauders.
tower
Like,
has fallen.
he's having a great time.
Yeah.
Haste.
Anti-Mage desperately needs this Battle Fury, and like we said, it's been 14-minute Battle Furies from the Anti-Mages that we've seen so far, and Fly
That's
Fly
with,
he'll
like-
go with the Midas. That was the
That's
JT
with-
build.
The Battlefield timing was with, like, Tread's double Wraith as well. Like, he has brown boots and he's going straight into Battlefield because he had such a rough time. And Fly just has taken the top tier 1 tower here as well. Like, I think he did it a while ago now. But even so, like, both these tier
Concussive
1
shot,
towers have gone down at the
JT,
side
Magic
lanes.
Missile, Mystic Flare, and with the silence, it's an easy kill on the JT, and it is another assist for the Skywrath Mage, but a kill for SRF nonetheless. So
And he gets the Helm of Dawn creep kill as well.
sitting just 300 and a bit gold, or 400 gold, off this Rod of Atos.
Radiant's middle
This
tower
Venno
is
has
under
Vessel
attack.
now. So I'm really
Radiant
hoping
structures
that we
are
see a big
fortified.
rotation here from him. Like, yeah, they want to use the arena on the Morph, but Emo just gets out.
He stopped his TP.
Yeah, he realized as soon as the Morph started running away that it wasn't going to work. But DK just comes over here. They're doing a really good job on CDEC of doing the swap into the, like, precast silence on the target. They want to do it here, I think. Watch.
A one fight here could really put them in a world of hurt. Silence
It's
out
just-
on the
not gonna work.
Morphling, and now there's the Poison Nova, but Victoria already dead. JT gets the kill there, and they don't even use the Primal Roar, so they kind of blew
was-
some spells from CDEC and didn't
Dire's
do
top
anything with
tower
it.
is under attack.
That was so awkward.
Yeah.
Like, the Morph saw the swap coming, so he just started strength morphing, and then he was silenced while he was strength morphing. Like, you're not going to find that kill. It doesn't work. He has Vessel, like, and they can look for these kills, but... Like, you need to get the silence and the Vessel onto the morphling at the same time. Otherwise, he just waveforms away. Or he just, like, heals up before.
Scale doesn't land on a Kaka. So, Ame, 1100 gold until he's got this Battle Fury. Probably line up around the 14-minute mark, but of course, like you said, without the treads in the second Wraith Band. XM going BKB, Shivas, Mars, going to the Blink Dagger, has that the boots and soaring that he was looking for, and a smoke from CDEC. If they could catch Fly, this would be great, but he's already into the trees and TPing out.
Yeah, I think they saw... they might have seen... I don't know if they saw the smoke or not under the ward they have next to the Radiant Tier 2. But he saw the AM coming top, and I think... Like, because he knows that nobody's defending mid or bot lane, right? Like, I mean, Veno's mid, but... Like, they're so desperate to make something happen with this Mars. At the moment, like, this is what I was saying, that he's the only hero they can play around to find kills. Like, you need this arena and you need the spear, which is why I think the Blink was so important, but... They've kind of slowed the tempo of the game down, and this is why I think DK's got Midas. Like, he knows that this Morphling just wants to farm, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, they're ahead, but they don't have to finish the game anytime soon.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They're going to try and fight bottom, though. There's the arena, the damage out on SRF to get the kill. Mystic Flare on the Silence Morphling with a stun, and the Spirit Vessel, they'll use the Mana Void to get the kill out on the Emo. A lot of Atos picked up by the Skywrath Mage, but nowhere near trying to get one more. They do get the kill on the Morphling, which is the biggest one on the map, it seems, just to slow him down despite not being top of the net worth. But Fly, meanwhile, he'll farm up a Blink Deck.
Yeah, when he gets that Blink, they're going to be really strong on IG. Yeah, they finally managed to get the Silence and the Vessel together on the Morphling, and it's just an instant kill, which is really nice. He's going BKB next on Vedo, which I think is really important. Because, like, this DK is just going to be so strong now. I thought he was going to go BKB after Midas, to be honest, and I thought they were going to go, but the initiation's really good for them. They don't have any other Blink heroes, right? And they have good follow-up after the Blink stun from the DK. It's like OGA, there's the Raw as well if they really need an arrow.
So there's that Battle Fury, and yeah, enemy just sitting back. Oh, Blink Dragon Tail. Now the arrow. He got the Battle Fury at least, but now he's dead. Ame been caught in his own jungle, and that's all due to this ward right here.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Look at
attack.
this DK with Bloodlust, man. He attacks so fast. He's actually, like, huge as well.
I got Kaka.
It's not worth it, though.
Well, I mean, it's kind of worth it when Jane's getting it himself.
But it means that they're 2 heroes down and they can't fight in the Rosh pit now. Like, the Mirana being alive doesn't change whether they do the Rosh or not.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So yeah, both the Apostles drop, but IG are just, like, so much stronger in their cause. If both the 4s die, like, the Sky means more than the Mirana.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
And they're going to kill the Helm of Dom Creep as well.
Yeah.
Extra 200 gold. And they're really struggling to take fights without any initiation on the Radiant side. They're so reliant on this Sky just going in and pressing Atos. And that only works for so long. Like, Morphling's going to have Manta soon. DK's going to go BKB next. And when those 2 items come out, I really struggle to see how they're going to kill either of the cores. Do they have any detection? They don't. Oh my goodness.
Primal Roar gets used, and XM dead. This is all IG right now, looking like it's setting up for a game 3.
They used Arena top as well to try and kill the DK, like with the Venge stun as well, but they popped Moonlight Shadow and they didn't have any detection. Like,
Oh, God.
you're playing against Mirana, guys.
What are
Feels
you doing?
like they're so sloppy in comparison to
Lot of
last game on
Atos?
CDEC.
Middle tower
Mystic
is
Flare
under
once
attack.
again, so they get the kill on this Mirana, but constantly getting pickups on the Mirana is not going to change the fact that you guys are sitting 4,000 net worth behind. They'll try to go for the Skywrath.
James.
They're committing under this tower. The concussive shot gets him some distance, but the fire blast from Ali is enough to then secure the kill. This is under the tier 2
Radiant's
tower,
bottom tower is under attack.
and Ame will cut the wave. Not sure it will matter, though.
Radiant's
As much as I
bottom
like this
tower
Venom pick in the
has
draft
fallen.
as well, it feels super lackluster, doesn't it? Like, it doesn't feel like it's done anything all game.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was ever going to be good, chat. Actually, I did. I did say it was going to be good, didn't I?
Yeah, you might have.
Never mind. What a disaster.
And they've lost so much map control. They're like, anti-mage is struggling to find places to farm.
Abe was struggling to farm when he had places to farm. Like,
That is very true.
it's just even harder now. Like, he still doesn't have treads on the AM. Yeah, they've just come out on the courier.
Yeah.
It's like 17 minutes, and he just picks up the treads after Battle Fury. That's so sad. He's like 3 minutes behind where he wants to be. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're playing AM, like, it means everything, because it slows down your Manta timing, like, it slows down your next item timing. And when times are like, I think that they're really struggling to deal with at the moment with how quickly IG are playing the game in terms of tempo. Like, you need this AM to be online as quickly as possible.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
See, you know, they get the tier 1 tower top. And Ame will continue to farm it. It's just about if you could slow the pace from IG. They've already got multiple tier 2s gone. Like, this is just not looking like Anti-Mage is going to have enough time to get the farm necessary, especially with the fact that he's 3 minutes behind his originally scheduled programming.
I mean, Ame is doing the right thing, though, by trying to just split push the waves and things, right? Like, he knows that they can't fight into them 5-on-5, so he lets them take the tier 2, but at least he's shoving in top lane at the same time. They've fake backed, though. Oh no, IG. They want to just fight again. I think they're going to try and take them by surprise here. See, like, see this DK morph? They want to kind of, like, link up
Blink
together.
Arena and misses the spear, but he's got the Rod of Atos, so they'll follow up with the Mystic Flare. They'll get the kill on that JT, but Arrow flies into the Venge. This isn't exactly amazing for IG. If they can get more from the side of CDC, that would be great, but how far do you want to commit? They use the Elder Dragon form on Fly. Mo right behind him, Adaptive Strike. This is just onto a board. 200 gold, though, for Fly.
Yeah, it's the Helm of Dom Creep on the Mars. It's the Beastmaster's Ball that got taken over. Like, yeah, that kill's good, though, because it means that they can't fight now on IG. Like, because the Beastmaster's dead. You don't want to just waste the Aegis like that.
Yeah.
By just taking a bad fight 4-on-5. So now it means that, like, CDEC have delayed the game enough so they can't use this first Aegis to take a big fight on IG. Which is, like, a great scenario for them to be in now because they've slowed the game down, right? Which is exactly what they need to do. And Venom's about to get BKB as well, which is really nice.
Yeah, you could desperately use that.
I'm still really worried for them about this timing where DK gets BKB and just starts running down lanes, like just killing them. Because Morphling's going to get BKB now at the same time. Like, where's the physical damage on the Radiant side? It's like all magical.
And the spear with God's Rebuke to kill off Ollie.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant
You're able to get these pickoffs, like that's something that can potentially help save your game. It's how you utilize that though, and utilize that gold that you're getting. James right now, he's not got anything queued up, but he's got a tome coming out his way, and he's already got this Rod of Atos. As for SRF, he wants the BKB too. So you got BKB, close to being finished for Venomancer, Manta soon for the Anti-Mage, but he's still far behind.
I will say that we've seen a lot of AMs just really spike up in farm and like win their games. Even if they were slightly behind before. It feels like most of the AM games we've seen, they were already in front, but like this hero does still have potential. Like up against Morphling, it's not an awful matchup, right? Like you get like the Abyssal and stuff. You can just try and burst Morphling down, especially if you have the Veno on top with like Vestal or something. So the game's definitely not over. They need to keep finding like these really good pickoffs and things on CDEC to allow the AM to farm. To like break up this 5 versus 5 that IG want to do.
Oh my god, looking like a potential fight. Right, Shadow Dragon Tail comes through out onto the Skywrath, but they don't get the kill on him, and now they're going to lose Fly so fast. Poison over the BKB, Popeye XM looking over at Kaka. He's just going to TP out. They're all going to just TP out. However, the Yules comes in from Kaka. I don't know if he wants to do that.
I mean, Kaka's dying.
Yeah, he might be dead. Gale? Yeah, it's got the tick. So 2 for 1.
Are fortified.
AM's getting the mid 2-1 at the same time. That was so good for CDEC. I have no idea why IG tried to take that fight just then. DK had BKB on his courier about 5 seconds away, and he like decided to blink in and just instantly died. The burst damage of the Sky and the Sky and the Mars. And Ollie's
middle tower has fallen.
in deep doo-doo, I think. Oh, no, maybe not. The Jukes around the trees. What a play.
Ooh. Missile, Necro Creep. Grab some gold, right? Nice chunk of gold there for XM. He's getting close on the Shivas. And then I know AM's got Manta.
Yeah, like this AM Manta's really good. I just don't understand why IG have just shot themselves in the foot by taking that fight before DK had BKB. Like, he was literally about to become invincible. But instead, he just dies instantly.
Mm-hmm. It looks like they want to, yeah, smoke.
My thanks.
So, they'll go for it. They're going to try and make something happen with the new BKB. Blink forward, it spots Victoria. Magic Missile is out. And now they found the Anti-Mage. They've got the stun. They're looking for the Primal Roar. He's got the spell block. The Arena comes in, and they've got JT. BKB from XM as well as Fly and Emo. So XM on the run. His BKB is a second shorter. He does end up dying. They'll trade a mid for an offlaner, but AM stays alive, and that's the most important part.
I'm pretty sure he roared himself on Beastmaster, right?
He might have with the spell block, yeah.
Yeah, I think he did. And now look at the net worth of the AM though, sorry. Like you say, because he's alive, like he's allowed to just carry on farming here. Like he goes through the Ancients.
Finds Morph, but he's taking so much damage! Ame! Oh.
Never in doubt. Never in doubt, Peacock.
He tried a man fight and almost paid dearly.
Well, he didn't try to man fight. He tried to farm the Ancients, and the Morphling just showed up at the same time.
Fair enough. But now the Rod of Atos out on a Fly. They've been able to get this kill time and time again.
He has no BKB.
Rod of Atos runs out. Arrow in. Onto the Skywrath. Clumsy Net is used. SRF, though, he doesn't have Arena for 10 more seconds, and now IG are coming their way.
Ooh.
Spear thrown. SRF thinking about maybe going with the Arena. It's up in 4 seconds, but the Spear as he morphs. They've got the swap that'll keep Mars alive. BKB been popped by Emo. Victoria, he is at least going to die eventually. SRF now with the God's Rebuke for the BKB last enough, and as well with the waveform, close the gap to get the kill onto a second.
I mean, look at AM though at the same time. Like he's trying to find this
Radiant's bottom
Beastmaster.
tower is under attack. Radiant structures
doesn't look like
are
he'll get it.
fortified.
His tier 3's chunking. Fly has to be a little bit careful.
May soon as surpass the DK in farm.
And he's going for that Basher as well. It's like when these BKBs get popped. Problem is, I don't think he can fight the Morphling still, even with the Basher. The Morphling's just absolutely destroying him, and he's gone Crystallis as well. I really like that. I think Emo has to go like raw right-click damage to fight against the AM in his BKB duration.
Anti-mage is going Halberd.
Yeah, Morphling, range carry, get the Halberd. And that might actually allow him to, if he can get the Halberd off before the BKB goes off, it would be insanely good. Because Morphling doesn't have shotgun, like he doesn't have the E-Blade build. It's all in on for like this physical right-click damage. So Halberd goes up in value massively. He's only a few hundred gold off, but I don't know if he's going to get it in time. He might have to sell his orb.
They have a Blink Dagger available here on the Mars, but they're in a Roche. They need to make a move now, and I think it's already too late.
Roshan has fallen to the dark.
A smoke with the Moonlight Shadow. They need to run, and this is just. I honestly think CDEC was way too slow on that.
Yeah, and they just get the D ward straight away.
Dire's
I'm just gonna have to just go out onto the map here, try and push the lanes out.
Anti-mage.
Just be as annoying as possible.
You're doing a very good job of cutting the creep waves. Really good job.
Dire are scanning.
Albert, TP, ooh, with heroes coming too.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Can they try and head top here to find the Morphling? Like, he's sat by himself. I know he has Aegis, but if you can take that away from him...
They don't have a smoke, though. So, they'll spot this ward. They'll take away the vision, but now they know that they're there. And Morphling's actually so close to them. Sitting surprisingly on the edge.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Everybody here for IG. They're still going to fight. They're up 5,000 net worth. Things looking okay for CDC for a second, but as I say that, SRF gets blown up very quickly. Primal Roar waveform with the damage coming in from Morphling is more than enough to get the kill.
Oh, he doesn't have BKB yet. Okay. DK has Axe now as well. Oh my god.
It's going to be massive.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh my god, it's actually Game of Thrones now. In the OGA Dota studio.
They're going to go for XM. They have the Rod of Atos as well as the Magic Missile, but do you have the damage to get the kill on a Fly?
This bloodless dragon, man.
They're outputting a lot of damage, but eventually he'll eat the cheese. They'll take the tier 3. Anti-Mage trying to pressure in the bottom lane at least as much as he can. He's now level 20. He's TPing back. Blink Dragon Tail comes into the bench. BKB seems to be popping around the horn. The Mystic Flare is down on a Fly. They're doing a lot of damage, but do they have enough to get the kill? He gets back with the BKB. Anti-Mage now blinks away the arena down. They'll get the kill in a Fly. They look over at Emo. They've got themselves the Rod of Atos. Do they have anything else to go with this? Mystic Flare, I believe, is still on cooldown. Yeah, for 25 seconds. They got the Aegis out of the hands of Morphling. They might be able to kill him a second time. They've got themselves the spear. They've locked him up. They got the damage. They got the kill. Yes, they will. So they'll take out Emo. They look over at Kako, try to TP up, but the clumsy net is there. They'll finish off a fourth. IG hold despite the fact that they lose a tier 3 and the melee racks.
I think that's so worth it, though. Like, yeah, you lose the melee racks, which isn't good, but you've, like, gained yourself such a massive amount of gold from that fight. Like, AM all of a sudden nearly has Skadi, so he, like, gains this massive influx of power in the game.
He just needs to keep it up. I wouldn't mind seeing him get an Abyssal. I think they need that little extra step of lockdown.
I think the Skadi's so good against the Morphling, though, because it's the healing. Like, the attribute shift doesn't gain as much value.
Afterwards, though, I would love to see him go Abyssal.
And the Morphling's BKB is down to 7 seconds now. So, like, as it gets lower, these fights get really difficult. Like, you're playing against Veno, AM, Mars, right? And there's this Sky that is outputting such a huge amount of damage. I love that he's going Shadow Blade as well. Like, because the thing is, like, he needs to be just surviving the fight so he can keep getting his damage off. But he's also probably going to go Hex next. So if you can get, like, a Shadow Blade into Hex as your next, like, item build, it could be really
They're
good.
right on the high ground. They get the stun out onto the Mars, but you look over at the Ogre, who's already dead. Fuckfuck goes to the back lines, looking over at XM as well as James. Primal hits into the Mars. Now, waveform forward as well as the adaptive strike. SRF pops the BKB. He gets the arena down, but he's not going to get the spear to follow it up. Now, looking over at Ame. He's taking a lot of damage here, but Fuckfuck getting low. Mana Void's going to be used. They'll get the kill on the BKB. Now they look over the Morphling. Oh, Emo! He gets taken out so fast afterwards. Now, without mana is JT. They'll pop themselves Moonlight Shadow. The chase is on. They've got the dust. They'll get the kill. This is going to be a full team wipe for the side of CDEC. And an even game, or that's actually not even true. It's a lead for CDEC.
Okay, so there's something we need to talk about here. So he has Vessel on Veno, right? Which reduces the healing of the attribute shift. He has Shivas, which now also reduces the...
And Scotty.
And there's a Skadi on the AM. This attribute shift basically doesn't do anything unless he has BKB on. Kale, go. That's insane.
Dire's middle tower is under
And he's got the Voodoo Mask coming out on the Veno now as well. Like, all of a sudden, like, look at the net worth graph for this game. It's actually just a
Dire's
mountain.
middle tower has fallen.
And they can
the
force
experience,
buybacks here.
too.
He has DD on the AM.
Is under attack.
Bloodlusted tier 3. Don't pull a Vici.
Oh my god, the Bloodlust. Yeah, that's insane.
Don't pull a Vici, Ame. Did you not hear what I said?
He's just got the
He's
Ogre.
going
though.
for it, and he's got the double damage still, so he just
Which
gets
is-
the kill into the Ogre, and that's a tier
It's
3,
so-
at least maybe racks.
Dire's middle
It's so
tower
good because it
has
gets rid of the
fallen.
Bloodlust as well. Like, so when
Yeah.
the cores respawn here, they're not going to have the Bloodlust.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
I think
Trinko,
XM has to just give his
XM.
life up here.
He's
I
got the
don't know.
BKB, though. He's pretty tanky. He's got himself a lot of armor. Pops the BKB. They get the Primal Roar. Fly coming over, but there's the concussive shot. BKB's going to be popped by Fly. Kaka taking some damage.
Oh
Now
my
they've got the
God.
swap. That'll keep Venomancer alive. The damage isn't going to be felt. Fly. He's now without a BKB. Ame looks over. Silence. Mystic Flare comes out. Ame committing onto the DK. They'll get the kill. They'll lose XM.
What has happened?
He does not have buyback.
What has happened in the last, like, 5 minutes?
7K net worth
Look at the
lead.
net worth graph. Oh my god.
This is such a comeback from CDEC and then some.
I don't know if it's a comeback as much as it is like a massive mistakes though from IG as well. Like that top fight before when they fought without the DK having BKB, like all sorts. And I knew this Veno pick would come through. Never in doubt.
We've got a VOD.
I'm going to try and work out how much the healing reduction is a sec, okay? So they have 40% from the Skadi. So that's 60% left. And then
But is it in that? What order is it in?
it doesn't matter. It's all the same, no matter how you multiply it. And then it's 25% of the remaining 60%. So that puts it to 45% effectiveness. And then the vessel is, if the vessel is active as well, that reduces it by 45%. So that's like, it goes down to like just below 30% effectiveness, the healing, if they stack everything up. And then you have doesn't the poison sting as well, like have HP regen reduction? Oh my god.
Yep.
It goes down to like 20% then. That's crazy. So instead of attributing shift like 9, he's actually attribute shifting like 2. It goes back down to like level 1 more.
Oh, they found Fly, Abyssal Blade into the spear. They'll get the kill. No buyback. 80 seconds.
And I think, do they just wait? Yeah, Roche is up here as well. I think they just go into the Roche pit.
Refresher, I wanted Axe.
I think James has been
always
the big
Axe.
MVP for me though. Like this guy, I've kept them in the game for so long. He's 10, 5, and 12.
He had such a good start that he was able to get into the Rod of Atos, and you saw what the Mystic Flares were able to accomplish. There was a couple of kills there with the Ancient Seal Mystic Flare combo that blew them up. They don't finish the Roche.
I think they're worried about
the DK.
They're worried about the DK buyback. They don't know that he doesn't have it. Beastmaster.
But now they go after the Beastmaster. He's out of mana. He's out of time. He's out of life. Waveform forward, looking over
Emo's
Victoria. They'll get the kill there on the Venge, and now Ollie, he ends up dead. So now it's just the Morphling, but the second he gets bashed, he's in so much trouble. They can continue to chase him with an Abyssal up in 16, but might as well let him leave and then go back in a Roche.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Did they have vision on the high ground there on CDEC? I think it was just the Veno wards. I don't know. But I don't think AM cares about anything in the game anymore, ever since he's got this Skadi, right? And now he has Abyssal as well. Like, I don't think he thinks there's anything that can kill him anymore, so he's just not afraid to blink up into areas without vision. Like, he can just pop the spell shield at the same time, right? And then assess the situation. Because he knows he's not going to get 100 to 0'd unless he gets, like, roared or something, which, as long as he pops spell shield, won't happen.
Yeah. He's honestly so hard to kill, and he didn't go to the Mana Void cooldown. He went to the 20% counterspell magic resistance. So, like, it's at such a high number. Like, I don't know. He's so tanky, so strong. Like, even with the Primal Roar and everything, it just feels like it may not even be enough.
Is he going to find anybody here? They dropped the Observer Ward on the high ground. They might try and fight around this on IG, but I mean, AM has Aegis. Like, and a Moon Shard consumed.
God, so farmed.
They're holding each other's hands, but I'm pretty sure they can just jump in. Like, they're going to keep putting the Venom wards further and further in. And eventually they're going to spot them.
Basically corralling them. Venomancer's the Australian Shepherd corralling the sheep. Or a sheepdog. I could have just went with the easy route.
Oh, and he popped the DK form.
Radiant's top
What?
barracks are under attack.
He really needs a damage item on this DK, or he's like tickling. Like, the Bloodlust is nice, and it increases his damage output, but you need the damage item on top to, like,
just
make
getting
the
for
Bloodlust.
206, it's not enough.
He needs to make the Bloodlust attack speed actually value, right, by having the damage. And it's not there. They're playing really well under their vision, though, on CDEC at the moment. They're not afraid to, like,
Radiant are scanning.
take fights here. And they're just going to smoke up.
Potatoes for the Morphling, so maybe he can hold the game, but it is very tough because they've got that control.
Yes,
They have into a spear as well as Rod of Atos. Like, what do you do?
yeah. He has a Wolf Creep following him on Mars as well, which is going to increase the damage output huge.
And there's the Abyssal on the Kaka. There's no way he gets out of this one.
I think everybody else TP'd out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only
It's only
did for 50.
seconds.
Yeah.
I feel like, was it yesterday we talked about how a lot of these Marauders have felt so effective in the games we've watched them, right? Mm-hmm. Like, that they always get, like, this Greaves at a really good time and stuff, because, like, they just find the farm with the arrow and stuff early on. I actually haven't seen, like, Kaka, like, all game, it feels like.
Yeah,
Like, some of the
been
arrows have been nice, but, like...
We haven't screamed for an arrow that has, like, split the seams and landed. I don't think it's been pretty for the arrows. It's been pretty just like roar into the arrow, but that was early game. Like late game, it hasn't seemed to go that way.
But he's also just had no farm, right? Like, if you look at the IG cores, all three of them want to be pushing waves out and farming, right? So there's nowhere that this Mirana can be, like, pushing a lane out or, like, getting her own items. It's not like she's paired up with a Mars who's moving around the map trying to find kills. Like, this Beastmaster's a lot more static. They have to get back and defend to it. Morphling doesn't have TP quite yet. He's just come off cooldown. And Beastmasters is on cooldown as well. Like, they're going to lose another tier 3 here because of this. Cloud9 Gaming.
Like, what are you going to do to Ame? He's got himself.
Oh, he just stunned himself.
Swap! Oh my god, Fly immediately killed. Victoria's gonna get low and might ultimately fall, but he's past the cheese, and he eats it. So the Venge survives. Yeah, he stunned himself, and then he was swapped into the arena as well as the Mystic Flare. They lose a set of racks on that. I mean, mid is about to go down too, and then they can just maybe even go straight to your forest. Why go for bottom?
What is Fly expecting to happen there?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm just going to casually stun this AM. Like,
Abyssal Blade used on a Kaka. They're going to go in deep with this. God's Rebuke. Spear hits. Kaka gets back to the well. They almost lose themselves the age of the Primal Roar coming out onto the Venomancer, but it's still not enough with the 4-step as well as the swap coming in from Victoria, who's got himself yet another save. So 42 seconds without the DK. Can they fight 4v5? A couple of these heroes sitting at about half health for the side of CDEC, but they're going to commit to the tier 4s and try to finish this off. Try to put themselves in the upper bracket final.
They know there's no Roar here now, though.
Yeah, there's not much IKG can do on this.
Okay, they get the Yules into the arrow, maybe?
Minotaur Horn.
And Aegis is down here. I don't know. Do they really want to go for this? Like, DK's up in 13 seconds. I feel like they don't need to. Just be patient, CDEC.
Expose the Ancient, and he's going to go for Emo. He'll use that Manta. He's got the damage. He'll take out Ollie. Mana Void's used on Emo, so that pushes him back a little bit. But now the buyback's used by Ollie, and they've got all 5 heroes back alive for the side of IG. There's the arena. Spear out of the arena. Fly with BKB. He goes after Exum, who's already used the Poison Nova. Emo with the Lincoln's being popped. Low on mana. Now Silence. Skywrath Mage trying to do it again. James being pretty much ignored.
They want to end the game.
So is the damage coming in from Anti-Mage onto the Ancient. Can they get the kill onto the Ancient and take the 2-0? Yes, they can. CDEC push IG to the lower bracket. They secure themselves a seat in the upper bracket final against Vici, and it's 2-2-0s to round the day out. Nicely done by CDEC.
Wow. IG are going to look back at this game and absolutely kick themselves, though. Like, they were in such a